Thanks for joining us here in the France 24 newsroom. I'm Tom Burgess-Wilson in Paris with the top stories. First, the French Interior Ministry says that a man wielding a knife has today been killed by police in a suburb of the central city of Tours. The man entered a police station, attacking 3 officers, leaving one of them with injuries. Well, it's reported he was yelling Allahu Akbar, or God is great, until the moment he was shot. The assailant was a 20-year-old petty criminal who was already known to the authorities. France 24's Mark Thompson has more.
The attacker arrived at the Joué-lès-Tours police station in central France around 2 in the afternoon. Witnesses say the man looked agitated. When police officers responded, he launched at them with a concealed weapon. Authorities say that is when he was shot and killed.
He had a knife, a long knife, like a kitchen knife, behind his back. He was banging on the door, so the officers opened it to see what he was doing. And he immediately launched himself at my colleagues, stabbing one in the hand and attacking the second in the neck and face.
All 3 wounded officers are said to be in a stable condition. The attacker was a 20-year-old Burundi-born French national. Interior Minister Bernard Cazeneuve visited the area later in the day. He says those involved responded with cool heads and professionalism. Cazeneuve also confirmed investigators believe the attack may have been driven by radical Islamic views. Certain sources are claiming he shouted Allahu Akbar. Is that correct?
From the information I've been given, which was based on witness accounts, it seems like he did in effect say those words just before the attack took place.
The assailant wasn't on any national security watch lists, but was known to authorities for previous petty crimes.
A little earlier on, I spoke to France 24's terror expert, Wassim Nassar. I asked him what the possible motive was for today's attack.
The objective of the Islamic State, of any terror organization, by making such calls to make attacks in the West, they have 2 objectives. The first objective is really material. So the aim is not to make, it's of course to make as much victims as possible, but the most important is to install a kind of suspicion, kind of terror atmosphere between Western citizens, between Muslims and non-Muslims. This is the most important aim in my sense. And the second objective for such groups, and especially for the Islamic State, is to tell the West that it's not the coalition which is going to define the borders of the theater, of the war theater to Syria and Iraq, but it's them who are going to export this war to our streets. And David Cameron said it. He said when the guy known as Jihadi John killed many Westerners, David Cameron said, we are feeling that the war is in our streets, and this is the aim.
France 24's terror expert Wassim Nassar speaking to me a little earlier on.